Hi, my name is Jill. I channel healing messages and energy through the Archangelic realm. I actually sat down because I wanted to hear the messages. I kind of say sometimes, but not always, make it so clear that all of the messages that I have been channeling and on different platforms, on Facebook, now more Instagram, and on YouTube, they've all been messages for me. Sometimes people will say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds just like it was just for me." Well, it was all of them were for me and my healing journey, and I've been sharing as I've been moving along since 2017. And today just feels extra potent and also extra draining all at the same time. And I myself want to come back into balance. So I want to hear what comes through. So this is really, I'm hearing in my head, this is a rite of passage and a rite of initiation. And it's an initiation back to self, because I'm gonna speak in first person and you can translate it to yourself, because I have been pulling myself back in some ways, I'll make 3 steps forward and 10 steps back, like restricting, because as I sense people are seeing me and my energy is being felt, then it's that fear response that jumps out to protect you from the new and the change, because fear comes in first, right? It's our crocodile brain, or that amygdala that tells us, oh my gosh, this is new, this is scary, and we restrict and we pull back. And I know that I can't do that, you can't do that, we can't do that anymore, because everything going on out there needs us to come back into balance. So it's been this push and pull and sometimes internal tug of war, and now it's like, you know what? It is just time to be ourselves in whatever way that means, And I keep seeing this slingshot image in my head. So it's like, kept pulling myself back, myself back, restricting back in fear. But that fear has a serious momentum. And now I am just stepping forward. I am walking through my own fear, walking through that wall of fire, and just doing exactly what I need to do to first come into balance and then springboard forward. So that slingshot of like where we've been pulling back. Now our own desire to settle back into the center of ourselves is first bringing us into balance, and then slingshotting us forward into ways that we didn't even expect, and better than we expected. So, with that said, I will say that I was drawn to orange calcite yesterday. So I'm just going to pulse some of that into your energy field. So I'm also clearing my throat, because clearing the throat is necessary before we speak truth, and being who we are is really not just speaking our truth, it's living in our truth. So this orange calcite energizes us. It puts our creativity into action. I'm hearing it helps us to balance between the sacral and the solar plexus. So that's what I'm doing now. We'll balance between the sacral and the solar plexus. Really is kind of like the center of that. So I'm going to pulse that in between your sacral, below your belly button, and the solar plexus above it. And that is the space between your creation or your creative energy and your sacral, and that power center, that sun force energy in the solar plexus. I'm pulsing it into there. So if you needed some extra energy to keep moving, as I did, because some days it just takes some energy just to be, right? Just to be. And as we're making changes and pivoting and allowing the universe to rearrange itself to our highest good, it gets tiring sometimes. So pulsing that into that space between your creation energy and your own sun energy to re-energize you, to remind you how magical you are, to have your own remembrance of who you are. Who are you right now, really? I'm hearing. And going to just pause here for a minute and give us a moment to hear, who are we really right now after all these changes and walking through the fire of our own fear and coming into balance into ourselves before we slingshot forward? Who are we right now? And what is our next step? So I'm going to allow myself to hear as you hear that. Who are we? What is our next step? And as your messages wrap up, I am calling Archangel Michael behind me. So as I receive, you receive. Raphael to the right, Gabriel to the left, Metatron below, Metatron above, and Sandalphon below. Metatron above, Sandalphon below. It's getting a little disoriented because I felt a different angel come into the front. Usually it's Uriel, but I am feeling Nathaniel. Nathaniel in front. Nathaniel clears all obstacles with his mighty force, and he is connected to the root chakra. His energy is fiery red, and Uriel usually comes into the front to give us wisdom, and I'm hearing we have acquired lots and lots of wisdom through our own growth process over this past year. And though we can always learn, right now Nathaniel is with us to clear any obstacles in your way, in your own mind, in your own body. So think of anything that might be in any fears that pop up, and just allow Nathaniel to clear them away with his fiery energy. And we'll bring in some fire to clear our way. Really clear the way with the fire and the smoke. Clear anything in your mind, any swirling thoughts. Clear anything in your chest, anything in your throat chakra that is blocking you from speaking your truth. Any grief in the lungs, any heavy emotions in the heart. Anything down in the organ systems, any anger, frustration you hold in the liver, fear that we hold in the bladder and the kidneys. any latent energy in your intestinal area. Asking your reproductive organs to wake up and connect to your sacral chakra and your protective creation energy. That's interesting. Protective creation energy. Our energy of creation is protecting us in this moment. Our creative energy, our ideas, our momentum forward into being exactly who we are. Anything, any emotion blocking you. Asking the organ systems to connect to the chakra systems, to connect to the mind, body, connecting. That chakra system, moving out one by one. The root chakra, it's red, coming into balance, the orange of the sacral, the yellow of the solar plexus, green of the heart. We're cleansing and clearing as we balance each chakra as they are named. I keep stumbling over my words. I think it's because this truly is an in-between day, and it truly is a time of coming into complete balance. And the words are difficult when the energy is moving to and fro, don't you know? We are again moving up. We move down through all of the organ systems, clearing out any emotions attached to those. Now we're moving up through the chakras, balancing them and clearing them. The red and the root, orange and the sacral coming into balance, yellow and the solar plexus coming into balance, the green of the heart, the throat chakra coming into complete balance, the blue hue of the third eye coming into balance, the purple and white I am seeing in the crown coming into complete balance. Calming the mind. We've got mind and body working together. We've got spirit coming in through the balanced chakras, coming into complete alignment. Mind, body, and spirit. Feeling Archangel Michael come in. He's joining and cutting any cords along the back of the spine, in front of the forehead, so any cords connected to the mind. Asking that he cut the cords, dissolve anything that is in our way, dissolve anyone or anything that has attached to our energy, that has attached to our body, our mind, our spirit. And often people will say to take your power back, that you should give the person back the negative energy that they attach to you. I just like to say, let's dissolve it. We don't want to be sending anything negative back through the energetic waves of the universe. So let's just dissolve it. Allow Sandalphon to catch it below. Nathaniel is still, I see him moving in front of me with the smoke just cleansing, clearing, moving any obstacles, and most of them, our are our own internal obstacles. So cleansing those doubts and fears and those heightened emotions, any grief that's been in your body, any doubt that's been in your body, any hurts, any emotional wounds. And as I'm doing this, I'm feeling surgical angels come in. To my heart, I've been holding a lot of grief of my own and for others. So they are excavating grief out of the heart and the lungs, and then stitching up those heart wounds with their love. I'm hearing this is not only a smoke clearing, but an initiation. That initiation keeps coming up again. So I'm hearing again, who are you? It's coming up again. You know who you are, so what do you want? And claim it and say it. Just feeling everything clear, feeling my root chakra completely open up. My sacral is open to receive my own creation energy in myself. My solar plexus is being held by Archangel Gabriel to my left. So as I receive, you receive. My heart is being opened up with a number sequence. Number 2 at the top, number 4 at the right, 3 at the left, and 6 below. It's a number code that just opened up the heart chakra to receive all that we are, all that we don't even realize we can become, and all that we are going to be to reorganize and restructure the new world when it is time, and that time is closer than we know. It's closer than we know. And I'm feeling that throat chakra completely open and being held front and back by the angels. The angels realize what work it took to find our own truth, to tear away the layers of pain and suffering, to come back into just the essence of who we are, the hope and the peace and the joy, the dance and the laughter. That's really our essence. The third eye coming into balance. The crown coming into complete balance. I am just going to say the Ho'oponopono prayer. Feeling Yeshua's hands on my shoulders. There's a beautiful cross behind me. And up above that, there is a picture that I often show as a painting that has Yeshua's outstretched hands in it. And you can see his outstretched hands the most in the time of dusk, the time when the sun is going down and there's a pause and we can rest as we head into the night where we can put our heads on our pillows and just rest. And that time is coming very soon where we can all just rest. What I'm hearing right now is a time of rest. Just, yes, we are being called into action soon. Yes, our boots need to be on the ground. Yes, our hearts need to be open. Yes, we need to be in balance with the truth and the essence of who we are. But right now, we're supposed to rest. You will know when you need to stand up again and put your creativity, energy, your creation into action. You will know. And it's always just one step at a time. And we will keep taking steps that put the truth of who we are into action. And as we keep doing that, I'm seeing like the spokes of a bike wheel, and we just keep moving in. And at that center, we will meet our tribe, new people. And then the spokes will go back out again, and we will be re-energized with new people and their ideas, and we will all work together and work in concentric circles of new ideas, and then go out the spokes and do our individual work and back in again, and then the circle will grow, and we will build and we will rebuild, and we will structure and restructure, and we will organize and reorganize, and then humanity as a whole can rest. And all of that is, the time frame is from now to, the beginning of 2028. So I don't even remember a lot of what I just said. But I do know that the smoke is still clearing, and I do know that sound is very cleansing. So a little more sound. Again, I kept hearing sound, stones, and smoke. So with this sound, I'm going to send a little more balance and love. This plays a musical note of G, which is connected to the throat chakra. So just bringing some extra balance into that throat chakra where we receive and speak truth. This tuning fork is a musical note C connected to the root, so bringing us back down to the root, balancing and reminding us that that's where we find our safety, and we are safe. We are safe. Pulsing that calcite one more time. Final pulse of energy, replenishing you. I bless your day. And I know my new way is shifting. All of the details are not important, but I'm going to be offering more and more virtual work. It's pulsing in my head, virtual community. So I've always offered virtual sessions. Now I just know that's going to be a part of it. But workshops and just videos like this, and I bless your day.